Biden's Afghan debacle is creating a refugee crisis around the world now. But good news, it seems like it's finally inspired him to fix the border. But don't get too excited. He's not fixing our border. No, according to the U.S. Embassy, the Biden administration is set to build brand new border facilities in Tajikistan to help house border agents processing the throngs of Afghans fleeing that country. Meanwhile, Biden's border crisis here at home continues, of course. Here to react is former senior advisor to President Trump and America First legal founder, Stephen Miller. Stephen, thank you very much. Now, you have a title not just because it's fun to go on television and have conversations. You're actually working very hard. America First Legal is doing extraordinary work, including you have a lawsuit looking for not just information about the nature of the withdrawal and the debacle of that, but also how are we vetting these refugees that are coming here? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we just launched an oversight request to get to the bottom of what is, and really more importantly, what isn't happening with the vetting of Afghan nationals. And you're right, America First Legal is at the leading edge of efforts to secure our homeland in these very perilous times when the administration is doing the exact opposite. But I want to dig in a little bit into your opening and what's happening in Tajikistan.
Great.
And what is going to be happening next with the Afghan refugee flows. The administration is making preparations right now to open refugee processing in neighboring countries to Afghanistan to allow for continuing and unending flights into the United States of America. That will primarily be done in Pakistan, which is already home to millions of Afghan refugees who fled the Soviets, who fled the civil wars, who fled the first Taliban rule, who fled the fighting that has gone on the last 20 years and has now fled again because of the Taliban taking control for the second time. So there's a limitless supply of refugees, and obviously Tajikistan will be a part of that too. But what does it mean for us here in America? I think a very important point, Tammy, and it brings me no pleasure to say this. The truth is the truth, and sometimes it hurts. Just because you don't like the Taliban doesn't mean that you embrace fully everything we have here in America. We have to be very cautious here because the reality is if you've lived your whole life in Afghanistan, you may not have the same views that we do about women's equality, about pluralism, about an independent judiciary, about jury trials, about free expression, about tolerance, about nonviolence. And so if you have this open-ended resettlement program for years and years and years, the State Department would like to continue it. What will that do? How will that change the quality of life that we know and love in America?
And I think what we're asking for and what we would like is simply to know what are we doing to ensure that the nature of who it is that's coming here, their background, and what we're doing as a commitment to make sure that there is some kind of assimilation and a willingness to assimilate. I think that we're all on the same page there, that that's only fair, considering they don't want to just go back to an environment that is similar to what they've just escaped. Stephen of America First Legal, thank you very much for being here. We're very busy days and years coming up. Now,
hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.